Hi, good everyone. This is Anokek. I think you've recently been to the website. You must have noticed we've been revamping virtually everything. I've seen lots of comments on the comment section. It's usually within I'm trying to register, I can get an SMS, the tutorials are not updated, stuff like that. And I would want to apologize and also welcome you to a new phase that we're unveiling. Before now, the tutorial or the Adsense at Anoken.com had gone through so many stages. The first stage, I had created this tutorial 2021. 2021, that's about 2 years ago, was when I made the first part of this course. Now, when I did the course, it was working perfectly fine. AdSense went on, plugins started getting outdated. If you follow the exact tutorials of 2021, certain things would not be working, and this has been running into lots of issues. I had to take down the full phase 3 and the full phase 4 down entirely. Now I'm also taking down the phase 2 and the phase 1 down. So people who had phase 3 and 4 before, good, but now even people who have 2 and 1 might likely lose it, and that is because I'm trying to make the tutorial afresh again. Now, if you could use Docker and you can roll back to the old plugins we used on the first phase, perfectly fine. But if you're creating a bot as of 2023, there are new terminologies, there are new systems that require to be updated. I've also been seeing lots of comments of people complaining they have not been given access to the course immediately. I want to tell you that I'm really sorry about this, and we're working tirelessly to make this, resolved. As of making this video at the moment, I've been coding all day, and part of what I've been doing is to create an automated system to immediately get you activated. So this simply means you can come to the website, sign up, and the moment you make payment, you get activated immediately. You don't have to upload your payment screenshots. By now, okay, from now to Wednesday, not by Wednesday. Okay, from now to Wednesday, hopefully, before Wednesday, the course from phase 1 to phase 4 will be completely done. So from now to Wednesday, 9 p.m., you can check back on the website. The entire course will be done because I'm giving it every single thing I can. From now to the next 3 days, I'm really going to be isolated and I'll be working towards upgrading the website to the biggest part. Well, now, before further ado, I would want to also show you what I have done so far. So I'm going to walk you through to my new system of tutorials. This was what my tutorials used to look like before. I'm going to walk you through by taking you to the website. Now, when you go down on the website, you look at this section. You can see these videos where the videos, especially from installing, these are the videos I made way back 2021. Now, if I'm to minimize or maximize, okay, sorry, you can't see, you'll be able to see clearly. If I can now, if I put this on full screen, I use an ultra wide screen, it would cover up the whole screen. But I wish there was a better way to. Okay, if I get
Hi,
into
good
the
day. This is
course,
okay.
if I get into the course, I'll be able to see what it like. So let me log into my class and show you what the class is to be like. So we're working on upgrading the entire course completely. This time around, you're going to be getting more features. I'm going to also show you the new features we're creating. And I've been doing this tirelessly because I've been seeing lots of people. Everyone has been clamoring, oh, he's not making moves. And people are complaining about things. It seems he's not saying anything. No, I don't have to say anything. I have to put in work. But I think at this point in time, I want to walk you through what the website looks like and what will currently be updating. So before now, this is what the website looks like. You get here, which is still what it is, but we're going to be upgrading this section. Now, for instance, I have access to phase 1, but I don't have access to phase 2, 3, but I have access to phase 4. So I unlocked just 2 and 4 for myself. I think I'm test running one or two things. Okay, let me go to the phase 1, which is enter phase 1. The moment I click on enter phase 1, you're going to see up what this phase 1 looks like. So you can come here, click on whatever section, and you have it load. Now, this tutorial was what was recorded 2021. Now, if you look at the quality of the tutorial, you would also notice that it's not like what you're seeing right now. My videos are better.
Hi, good day. This is okay.
My videos are obviously better right now, and I've learned, even better skill. So, for instance, when I made this video tutorial, I did it on a Windows computer. And one of the bad things about Windows computers is it's usually very blurry. It's not clear. Like you can see the quality of this video, it's not clear. It's not really like I don't have, a good computer, but I do have a Mac. But even the Windows computer was top notch. But Windows is really bad at screen recording. So this simply means no matter how much I try, I would not really be able to do much of an effect. So these tutorials were shot like 2021 on a Windows computer. You can even see the webcam. This is me on this section. I believe you can see me here putting on like a white cap This wasn't really completely straight into the point. I most times over explain certain things. Now this is for the phase one. I think I would go unlock access for the phase two and also access for the phase three. Now the phase three, majority of the links are down at the moment. I'm trying to rework them. I think I would first make, the problem right now is I cannot really just jump into making a remake for phase three. So I have to start from the phase one this time around and make the tutorials once again from the beginning. So this time around it has to be more easier, more straight to the point, more precise, and I'll be able to tackle certain things I think I did not tackle immediately. Because I think the first time I made this course on the phase one, I made a whole lot of mistakes. I couldn't really explain properly, like mistakes in the sense that um I would want to walk you through certain technical terms, and I would be like, okay, let's do this first, let's do this first. And they were not properly listed on a table of content. So I could come into that and I teach you something, and they were not really followed like one after the other. It was me just walking you through something I had done. Now, when I made the course again, I was now more into a content. I was flowing up one step at a time, which was this one you have seen here. But this time around, it's more beautiful because I've actually decided to upgrade the tutorial more by creating a Windows, a Mac, and an iPhone. So this simply means and a mobile. This simply means whether you have a Windows computer, a Mac computer, or your mobile phone, you can start creating this bot. For a Mac or a Windows, you just have to install Node.js. For a computer, sorry, for a Mac or a Windows, you just have to install Node.js. For a mobile phone, you just have to use an RODP or a VPS. So whichever you want to work with, there are tutorials that would walk you through, on every single step. I've also been thinking of making up more tutorials regarding other feeds. And so with my new setup, with my new knowledge on making tutorials, I'll be able to deliver properly. So this was what the previous what is it called again? Website looks like. So when you look at this currently, from what you're seeing right now, you will notice that you only have an option here to open and close this face. It becomes on full mode. You see every single thing you're supposed to learn. You also see this download modifiable source code. This was usually an issue. We'll have to take it down. But now watch what we're going to be working on. Now this is what the new design it's going to be like. Okay, I don't have it open on this Chrome tab, but I could simply just log in and show you what the new series is going to look like. It's going to be way, way easier for people to ask questions, people to copy code, people to relate. And I myself, I've created, portals where it will be easy for me. Like, I created this section where any student can just send in a message, and I will just look at, like, my WhatsApp is usually very routed. I have different messages from WhatsApp that most times I don't even know who is who. But I want to be able to give my students, the first priority, like priority number one. So now we created up this panel where students can send messages while in class, and then me myself I'll be able to receive those messages in real time and reply back. So that simply means things are way more better now. But these things are in process. Shooting of the video will be available by Wednesday. The website, I'm trying to see how I can round up with my whole team to clear it up before tomorrow afternoon. So by tomorrow maximum 4 to 5 p.m., tomorrow afternoon, evening, this whole website should be done. Now it's not really easy. It's not something you get in a snap of a button, but every single person is putting their arms to make this work. And so for the naysayers, because most times I see people who come in, they don't get to see the improvement. This website has, evolved. At first, it was just go and download the links. From download the links, it's logging in. From logging in, it's now a community where you can make comments. Other students can help you. People who are actually working on the system, 24/7, who are always available, can also assist new people coming up on board. So it's like a mini me trying to make sure I don't just teach people, but I also teach people who will keep on, improving the whole system by itself. So I think I deserve some accolades a bit and not criticisms, because all the time I just keep getting criticisms. I don't even know when I get things right, because everybody keeps quiet whenever I'm getting the things right, and it's quick to shout whenever I get the things wrong, but I don't get to do anything immediately. Okay, so sorry. How did I go back? I use a very funky mouse, the MX key or MX mouse. Hit of a button, it takes you back. Okay, this is what I'm gonna be working. Okay, now I remember why I couldn't zoom in. That is because I'm using my mouse and I was expecting the futures to work. Okay, I have this normal Figma. Hold on. I'm trying to look for that precise place where there's something we're working on, which is something I would like to share here. Let me see. Okay, beautiful. This was the login page. I had just implemented today. Before now, the login page was quite different. So I had implemented this one today, which is on the design, and I believe you saw, what was it called again? You saw the page, which is the front page. Yes, I coded that one today. So this is it. Ah, sorry. Mm. So this is it. So this is what we coded today. Now we even have broader game, right? The registration page. Currently, what is on the website now, it's not what you're seeing here. So let me show you what is on the website. What is on the website, the registration page is completely different, which is, let me log out first of all. Sign up. Now this is what it looks like on the registration page. You can see the footer has been updated, header has been, but this is what it looks like. This is the old design. Now I'm gonna recode. I am my team. I'm gonna recode this design today, fix up some of those APIs to be able to detect Nigeria. So do I want it Nigeria? Any on any of my costs, any cost at all. Once you're in Nigeria, it shows you to pay in naira with your card. But now if you're outside the country, you just pay with crypto. So we're gonna be implementing APIs. I'll be able to do that. This is what the registration page is going to be like in steps. Now I want to show you where you can actually ask questions, which is something we sorry, which is something we okay, this is the forgot password, which is something I'm supposed to code just after making this video. We drafted out a forgot password because we had discovered that most people signed up like way back when the service was unavailable for a while. They jumped into feeling like probably they might never really have access, so they lost their password. So we're coding up you know, beautiful. We're coding up a forgot password section. Now this is what it's going to look like, which is something we're expected, to finish before maximum maximum tomorrow. We don't know how fast we can, but we'll definitely give in our whole best. So looking at this whole section, if you look at what it is like on the website, so let me log in back again on the website. Let me log in again on the website. Okay, beautiful. Now I want you to compare the design we have currently here on the website. This is just a normal design. You have to click here. There is no comments, nothing much to really guide people. But at this point in time, I think it was nice. People were able to enroll. But now this is what we're bringing in. Now just virtually almost the same thing, but now you have and the possibility of getting the source code of each particular episode. So just like you're watching, you can now go back and access the code of each phase. Now this is like a dummy structure. But now what you're going to be seeing here would be the Node.js code or the Python code, depending on which version of the course you're watching. Now there's also a breakdown, which is like here, summary of the course. Now here is to this summary now is to tell you what this particular place is going to do. So, for instance, on this particular phase, you're going to learn this. We're welcoming you. You're going to install Node.js for the first time. And it gives you like a breakdown. So, this is more like a documentation, right? The summary is more like a documentation. There's a comment section. Students can comment just when you're done. You can go next. You can also ask questions, and have us reach out to you like immediately. You can also see when the course was last modified. So these are like one out of many features, where we're going to be bringing. So that way now, people who don't really know how to code much or who are quite, not too sure on the code could just go over to the modifiable code, copy it up, watch the video, watch the summary, and easily, modify it. Unlike when you have to watch the whole video in order for you to know your steps. So these and so many more things are what we are, bringing out. I could keep on going over and over again to show you the beautiful things we want to go, want to bring. In fact, I'm just making this video to give you an update because I'm really tired of people coming online to say, "Oh, he doesn't look like he's making a move." I mean, I can't actually come online every time to tell you each steps I'm making. You just have to trust me enough to know I would give in my best. So we're gonna be making this whole tutorial again. We're gonna start with Windows. So unlike this approach, like this approach we used there was the approach of a computer. So we use a Windows computer and I was screen recording with the software. But like I said, Windows computers are quite bad when it comes to screen recording. So now I've gotten like a better option. So what do I call a better option? is to use a virtual machine. For instance, I'm streaming right now with OBS, which is like my OBS recording software. I could simply come here and choose to use something like a virtual machine, right? I could decide to use like a virtual machine. So I'm just gonna pop up one of my favorite virtual machine. This one is called Parallel, right? So I could get up a virtual machine, for instance, and have you see my virtual machine. So okay, hold on. Thinking about something I read at night, and although if I'm really gonna be honest with you, the virtual machine is always lagging my computer. So like initially, what I did was I used this virtual machine. Let me show you the virtual machine first of all, so you can actually see what I'm saying, because it's just here on my screen. So let me show you. Let me show you the virtual machine. That should be parallel. Parallel is up. I can't believe I can't find this. No, no, no. It has to be here. Duk, 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 duk. I can't. It's funny that I can't find this. It's funny that I can't find this. You know. Hold on. I'll not be able to. Oh, nice. Oh, not beautiful. Okay. Hold on. Parallel. It's not making sense how I'm not able to, because normally I'm always able to see my virtual machine. Oh, now I remember how I was doing it. Now I remember how I was doing. I called it the second screen. Yeah, this is it. So this is a virtual machine. This is like a Windows 11 virtual machine, right? So basically anything I can do on a Windows 11 computer, I can do on this computer. But I mean, obviously, you know, I'm using a MacBook because you can obviously see this is a Mac from the Windows. Yeah, I use a Mac, right? Now this is a Mac itself, but I have a virtual machine in parallel, and the virtual machine is what you're seeing here. So what I intend doing this time around is to use this virtual machine and guide you through the process. So I would install Google Chrome, but I'll just keep using this virtual machine like a normal Windows computer while I teach you every single thing. So that way I'll be able to have clearer videos, which is like a better quality, because doing it this way, I'm using a Mac to screen record, so Mac obviously have a better quality of screen recording. You'll be able to see things, crisply, like be able to see things crisply. And now the best part of it as well, I learned something today. This is my iPad. Let me show you something I learned today. So when I made this tutorial, which is one I made on the website, there were points where I was drawing. Like sometimes I would want to draw, something to show you all. Like let me see if I drew here. I'm not sure I drew, but let me go to spoofing identity. So I often draw to like illustrate what a concept does. I mean, like drawing makes it easier. So I want to see if I drew a diagram here because I often draw to teach my students. Okay, I did not draw here. I'm going through the timeline. I can't see anywhere where I drew. Okay, let's go over to the next video. I also noticed that it's not handy. I'm going to change this cursor on CSS. Okay, so I'm trying to look for where I drew so I could show you like an improvement or what you're going to be expecting as well on the tutorial. Okay, so episode 3 we cut it short. Okay, so I'm also progressing straight. I can't find a diagram. I didn't draw anything on. I didn't draw anything on phase 1. Okay, I think phase 1 was more of installations because I know I draw often. I draw often. Did I draw here? Okay, episode 5. So okay. I don't think I light on it, like the shining light. And when I made this video, I hadn't known or learned how to make videos professionally. So it was just me, having fun. Like right now, I think right now my tutorials are more straightforward, straight to the point, professional. When I made this video 2 years ago. Welcome. Okay. You can even see you can see the you can see the video quality of the webcam. I was using, I think it was an iPhone. I was using an I. Okay, now I was using a normal webcam, a Logitech webcam. It doesn't have scripts as what you're seeing right now. So I'm trying to look for where I drew because I know I draw diagrams. I want to show you that normally I draw diagrams on my Windows computer, right? I draw diagrams. Part of these diagrams are to teach students, certain things, because certain things are easier to teach, when you draw. So I would often have this tablet. There is this tablet I have. I would use that tablet to draw and tell my students, okay, this is this and this is that, and yeah, I have to draw manually. Okay, so I'm almost done with the phase one. Are you kidding me? You can't really believe that what we're looking for is actually at the last part, which is introduction to phase two. Okay, look at what I did here. Now you can see me drawing. I think I was using multiple webcams here. You can see me. Good day. This is I feel, I feel shy seeing this video. Look at me putting on this cap. Like I'm putting on this funny cap. Let me close this. Yeah, see my cap. God. Let me see if I can increase this video to the highest quality. 720p. Okay, when I shoot these videos again, it will even have a better quality because I'm going to try to shoot more good H 1080p, like good 60 frames per second. So when I shot this, I think this was 720p, and I was using a webcam. We're going to be talking about cookies and clearing up some misconceptions. Okay, so then I was using like a three system multiple screen. Okay, let's just forward straight to the drawing. This was when I was drawing on this tutorial. It's funny. It's really funny because we're gonna be changing every single thing about this whole tutorial section. It's gonna be beautiful. I have here my iPad. It's an iPad M1 chip. This is computer Windows 10. If this is an iPad M1 chip, which is the iPad Pro. Now, normally I would draw using those here with all those drawing tablets. Let me show you what a drawing tablet looks like. The one I actually used, I think, is the Hyohin or I don't know how to pronounce it. A Hyon, something like this. So this was what I would use to draw. I don't even use this one. This one is the bigger brand, something like this. So that was what I had got first, and I would draw with it. This is the case. So while I am actually looking down, I am gonna be drawing and sketching, and it was difficult drawing and still looking on the screen. So now I'm using my iPad. How do I put this? Yeah, this is the iPad M1 Pro. So now I can simply connect my iPad now to this computer and I'll show you what the tutorials or what we're remaking of our tutorials. So now it's going to make sense to you. Give me a few moments. I'm going to cast my iPad now to you so you can see my iPad screen. And now I will still try to remake this tutorial I just did. So this tutorial I just did now, I will try to remake it again. Yeah, I was talking about cookie and user agents. Now, like I said, what I was using to record or to screen record this thing was like a drawing tablet, which is this Hyon. You won't see what you're typing or you won't see what you're drawing, especially me. I wasn't seeing what I was doing. Hold on, 8971. I'm trying to cast my iPad. Okay. Beautiful. My iPad is now available. So I am going to hold on. You can see my virtual machine, right? So this is my virtual machine, which is like a Windows 10 virtual machine. I think you can see this clearly. Okay, let me take this one off. I want to share my iPad with you. Now you're gonna watch me draw on this iPad, and virtually anything I'm drawing, gets shown on the screen. So instead of using that black and white, or instead of using this, what's it called again? Let me take it out of my iPad first. Instead of using this, where is that thing? Yes, this drawing tablet. This is what I've been using. In fact, this was what I used to make tutorials before now. This Huion, I can't remember the model. It's something like this. So I basically have to draw. While drawing, I'm looking up. It was stressful. Now let me show you what the tutorials are going to look like. So I'm going to show you my iPad now. This is my iPad screen. Okay, let me shift it a bit. Here, beautiful. Now I could decide to turn every other thing off. So if I wanted to focus, probably turn the Google Chrome off. Now watch. This is my Apple Pencil. Now what was I teaching you guys then again? Let me head back here to this tutorial. And I was teaching something around user agents. Okay, I said user agent, IP address, cookie. You can see how they're not clear. All right, beautiful. Now they were not clear because obviously I had to struggle to do that. Okay, let me see if I. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now let me increase my distance. Okay, so now let's to make this same tutorial. Now we have a user agent. No, this is too much. Um, so we have a user agent. No, beautiful. Now we have a user agent. Now this user agent, it's the same thing as this user agent is basically the same thing as the device or the metadata. So whenever you visit a website, the website knows what device you're using. If you're using a mobile phone or a computer, it is because this user agent is what informs the server. So the way the internet works is this is you, probably on your phone or computer. Now you visit a website which is www. This. Now while you're visiting this website, your computer is going to send something. Those things are called header. Now these are like the header. The header is just usually when you send a letter to someone, right? You take a letter, you say, "Oh, I'm sending this letter." Right now they will ask you things like, "What is your name?" You know, okay, you just write something. Now you can decide to lie and say your name is Chikudeli Okiki. Whatever you choose to say, that is what the post office is going to write, right? For however, they would ask you your name. Now, every phone or every computer has a user agent. The user agent, it's what tells them, oh, this is who I am. I am this agent. I am an agent is like a device. I am an iPhone. I am an Infinix. I am a Samsung. I am a laptop. I am a tablet. Now the user agent is simply who is asking, who is requesting for this information. Now remember what I said. This is your phone, right? Let me reduce this. This one is too heavy. This is your phone. Now, this is your computer. Now, each time you request for anything on the internet, now your phone, your computer would send what we call a header. Now, this header is like, okay, this is what the header is. Now, I can go on and go on and go on, and there's plenty. Even if your head is blocked, you understand it. But this time around, I can even color up things. I can even decide to bring images if I want to. So right now, I have my phone here. I can decide to head over and pick up anything I want, like an image, and say, okay, this is this. And while I'm explaining, I can bring up another thing and say, okay, you know what? And let's take this one here. Let's roll it here, and then I think there's a way to transform things. I can now transform things, take things out, show you things, compare things. The tutorial would be extremely better than it was ever. So please, from now to Wednesday, I'm hoping to have finished up every single thing, especially before night. I'm just calling to make this update that we're remaking the whole tutorial. Now we have to even start from the phase one, but it's gonna be worth it, right? It's gonna be worth it. And so for the naysayers who keep on saying he's not saying anything, he's not giving us updates. Oh, you shouldn't enroll on the course. This is the best time to enroll. If you had joined this class before now, you'd have struggled. You'd have struggled because it was just me, and I wouldn't have all the time to guide you through. You'd have struggled because there was nowhere to ask questions. If things get outdated, you have to be on WhatsApp to be in the crowd with every other person trying to get my attention. You'd have been more frustrated because there were less tutorial for iPhone, for Android, for Mac. It was only Windows. But now you have a tutorial coming in for almost every platform. So how I'm planning on doing it is this: if I finish like a particular episode on Windows computer, especially if it's something that is different, like the code is the same thing, whether Windows or Mac, it's the same thing. The only thing that changes is that initial installation. So this simply means, the Mac and the Windows can be done immediately. It's just the first part you're going to just show the two differences. The other ones is the same. Now the mobile phone, Android, iPhone, all of them, they are just basically IDEs on your fingers. So you just have to connect them to an RODP or a VPS and do the coding. But now, in a nutshell, we're giving people more flexibility to be able to create this bots anywhere they are. And not just that, I'm also going to be kicking in every part of the course I've ever wanted to, like from ethical hacking, software creation, mobile app development. More tutorials will be coming in using this beautiful, layout I had learned of recent. So till next time, I'm gonna be stopping this video now. But till next time, this is the update of the day, and I'm happy you probably learned something.